Yeah, but it's going amazing. It's been a really strange experience for me because I've been doing the superhero thing for a while now. And now I'm doing heroin.
Yeah.
We bet he caught your attention when he totally killed this lip-sync battle, smashing his dance moves and having the audience, including Zendaya, might we add, all totally gobsmacked. Back then, you probably made it your mission to find out exactly who this guy is and what he's about. He's also at the turning point of his career, and he's admitted that he's not so sure how audiences are going to feel about it.
But I do foresee that the future of my career will be doing films more like Cherry and being very selective with the type of work that I do.
He wants to move on from playing the typical teenager role to something more serious, something darker. He's gotten to a time in his life where he's ready to show that he's not only your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, he's got so much more that he wants to share with his fans. With his powerful performance in The Devil All the Time and Cherry.
I'm so sorry. But I can't. I'm not good for you. I'm not good for anything.
Tom Holland has proven to the world that he's not to be underestimated as an actor. That's not to say he's not proud of his role as Peter Parker. The actor's often gushed about how much he loved to be a part of the fantastic world of Marvel. He was even a fan of Spider-Man from when he was a little boy, sleeping in his very own Spidey suit. This time around, though, things are a little more different. The Devil All the Time, starring actors Robert Pattinson and Bill Skarsgård, fans saw a completely different side to Tom. He was no superhero, rather a tormented, religious man, seeking redemption from those who have wronged him and those he loved. At first, Tom wasn't even sure he would take on the role of Arvin Russell. I was really nervous and scared coming onto set for the first time. I didn't know I had it in me to play this type of character. He opened up about having to put a lot of trust in the director of the film, Antonio Campos, because this film was nothing like any other film he had made before. He also admitted that his character messed with his head. I had to go to places mentally that I didn't know I could go to, or don't think I ever want to go to again. It was an amazing process, and I've seen the film and I'm very proud of it. I'm really eager for people to see it and enjoy it. Those he worked with on set also had nothing but good things to say about the young actor. They all gushed about him, saying what a nice guy he is and how hard he works on set. And his hard work paid off. While The Devil All the Time is a film that is difficult to watch because of the pain that the characters have to endure, Tom's performance managed to stand out amongst his fellow legendary cast members, and people were totally blown away. Cherry, a film about an army medic who has undiagnosed PTSD and battles with substances, has been a totally different experience for Tom and those close to him.
Aside and said, we want to make this movie. It's about this kid who's suffering from PTSD and falls into drug addiction and ends up robbing banks to feed his addiction. Would you be interested? And I mean, honestly, I'm sure you'd say the same.
While he was filming, his family and friends found it difficult to even look at him. His head was shaved, and he had to lose a fair amount of weight to portray the difficulties that his character was going through in the film. Holland lost up to about 28 pounds for his role in the film. He managed to do it by running every day, but admitted, then it kind of got to the point where I was feeling so weak that I couldn't really run. It was so bad. The actor said that normally after filming a scene, he'll record it on his phone and send it to his mom, and she would always get excited about it. While filming Cherry, however, his mom would get upset seeing him in such a state on camera. I think when my mom goes to see my films in particular, the thing she likes the most are the moments she goes, "Oh, that's my little boy." But in this film, there's nothing like that.
My poor mum, she'll be going so red on a couch somewhere watching this. Yeah,
She'll love it.
She'll love it.
Thankfully, since he finished filming, he's been able to pick the weight back up and grow his hair back out again, and his mom has forgiven him for his frightful appearance. Both his parents have also seen the film and could not have been prouder of their son. Zendaya, Holland's co-star and a girlfriend, watched her friend on set and expressed how impressed she was with his performance. It's very hard to watch because you're like, dang, that's my friend, and I'm seeing him every day as Peter Parker. It's brutal, but he took on the challenge beautifully. Once people get to see this version of Tom Holland, what's next? Sky's the limit.
And for 15 sweet seconds, the 25-year-old stood in his tracks, putting everything on hold to watch his girlfriend make her way to the red carpet.
Oh, she's gone in. That's definitely there.
Tom has admitted that his parents are the ones he wants to be proud of him and approve of everything that he does as an actor. There's no doubt that he's managed to achieve that. They've always been the ones who ground him and keep him on the straight and narrow. He also has a very close relationship with his 3 brothers, Sam, Harry, and Patty.
Hello.
And together they launched a charity organization called the Brothers Trust. All proceeds raised from their events will be distributed to worthy causes that they've chosen together. But his family aren't the only ones that he seeks approval from. The actor cares deeply for his fans and wants to make sure that he keeps them happy too. The actor is always eager to please those around him and goes out of his way to meet others' expectations. While making sure that those around him are satisfied, the actor is also on another mission of his own, making sure that he's happy with himself. Despite most of the world being under lockdown in 2020, as soon as it was deemed safe, Tom was back at work, wrapping up several films. Going from one set to another one, sometimes he had no more than a 3-day break in between movie sets. He's been pushing himself to an almost breaking point, but he has one goal in mind: the Oscars. All of Tom's Marvel films and Sherry have the same set of directors. Joe and Anthony Russo have been along with Tom on his journey to fame from the very beginning and have guided him through the whole process. So it's quite special that they can be there with him while he takes on a completely different and more challenging direction with his career. We would do every movie for the rest of our lives with Tom Holland. He's the hardest working actor we've been around. He's so naturally talented. The charisma factor is so high that he's an incredible conduit for any story that you want to tell. He just has it all, Joe Russo said about working with Holland.
Eventually she's like, so dude, what's your deal, man? I was like, well, do you want to know my secret? She's like, okay. I'm actually Spider-Man.
He has become renowned for accidentally spilling way too many confidential beans about some of the films he's been in, that from now on, he no longer receives full scripts for the movies he's working on. While working on the Spider-Man movie, Tom said, "I honestly have no idea what this film is about, and I'm 8 weeks into shooting it." You might know him as Spider-Man, but that might not be for very long. His most recent character choices might have his fans a little shocked, but rest assured, while his movie roles might be taking a bit of a darker turn, he's still the same old Tom you've come to know and love, and nobody thinks that's ever going to change.